Hey guys, welcome to my next video on the series TypeScript. Right? So in this video, I'll be introducing you to the world of TypeScript. What exactly is TypeScript and what all the things which you need to know to have a clear understanding or to pave a clear path to become a TypeScript programmer. Right? So let's discuss all of those. So first, let's start with what is actually a TypeScript. So what is TypeScript, why it came into picture, who deals with it, what are the different things which you need to understand around TypeScript. So what exactly is a TypeScript? We'll understand that. Then to have a clear understanding or to be a good TypeScript programmer, you need to understand the history of JavaScript, because TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript, I can say that. But why, when JavaScript is already there, why TypeScript needs to come into picture? And what was the history of JavaScript? Like, what was the problems which all JavaScript was facing when people were programming in JavaScript, and how JavaScript actually was built and how it was evolved. So nobody thought JavaScript would have evolved this much, and nobody and foresee all of these problems which JavaScript could have given, right? So I could say TypeScript is a problem solver for all of these problems which JavaScript has forced on us without knowingly, right? Because you started using JavaScript across all the platforms, front end, back end, mobile applications, everything. So the usage of JavaScript has become so much wide that the problems which developers are facing or the engineers are facing has grown vast. So to counter all of those, first we'll understand the history of JavaScript, how it was evolved, what is ECMAScript, what are the different features, and how is TypeScript going to link with it exactly, right? So we'll look into that. Then we'll understand. So once you understand the problems of JavaScript and what exactly it is, then how TypeScript is solving those problems, right? So it doesn't mean that you learning a new language just because it is giving some additional power to you. Maybe it's making your syntax easier. Not that thing. Why use TypeScript? What are the actual benefits you get from it? What are the different pain points for a normal software engineer it is solving when he's migrating from JavaScript to TypeScript, and how much of painful effort is it to move from JavaScript to TypeScript, right? So you need to you need to balance all of these. Let's say I have built a project which is of 1,000 files and each containing 2,000 lines of code. Now, is it a good idea to migrate from JavaScript to TypeScript? And if you understand why use TypeScript, then you yourself will decide, okay, now if I'm going to decide to migrate this, what type of advantages I'll be having, right? And is it really worth? So we'll focus mainly on why to use TypeScript and what are the different advantages, and then you can decide on yourself, is it a good idea to migrate or not, right? Then we'll compare both theoretically and practically what is JavaScript and what is TypeScript. So what are the different comparisons and what are the different features and how do they counter each other, and is there anything which we actually need to keep in mind while you're thinking yourself in the world of TypeScript coming from the background of JavaScript. And also we'll see, is it only for the people who already know JavaScript can work on TypeScript? We'll think all of this, we'll put our brain in challenge, and we'll see, is it a good decision to go to TypeScript without coming from JavaScript and all of these aspects, right? Then we'll set up the environment, because now I can say it's a new programming language. Maybe the underlying technology might be anything, but how do you set up the environment? What are the different softwares needed for it, or what are the different things which are needed for it to run a TypeScript program, right? So we'll see about that in detail, right? Then we'll see how to work with the TypeScript, right? So basically, if you take example of Java or any Spring Boot or any application, you need to install Tomcat server, you need to install this Maven. In the same way, Node.js, you want to install Node, NPM, all of these stuff. But what exactly is needed for you to work as a TypeScript programmer, right? What all the softwares are needed and how you can club all of those and execute your program so that you can see the output clearly, right? So we'll work on that. So how you can work with TypeScript in your regular life. And the last thing is, the most important thing is understanding the tsconfig.json, right? So tsconfig.json is, I would say, one of the important, or the one which gives direction to a TypeScript program, how to understand, how to execute it, and what is the behavior of execution, compilation, everything, right? So we'll understand tsconfig.json to beginner to medium level, because advanced level is quite out of the playground. You will understand it once you start working on TypeScript programs, facing problems. Then you would add a new configuration to the tsconfig.json. Then it will really be a great help of you to work with TypeScript, right? So without wasting much time, we'll see what is TypeScript in my next